How many 1.5 volt cells connected in series does it take to make a standard 9-volt battery? So one of these practical demonstrations I think is really good to show students. You only have to do it once or have a student do it, and you can keep these little demos for years. The metal covering is very thin, and when you break it off it gets right sharp, so to do it safely you should wear leather gloves. You'll also need blunt nose pliers. In order to take the covering off, simply grab the top of the covering like this. Everyone's a little different. Sort of peel back the top edge or lip. This one had a protective covering on it, so it's getting a little more difficult to come off than usual, but it will happen. There we go. Once it starts tearing, the metal is quite sharp, but it will come off. I did have to use a battery that didn't come off easily. Usually it happens a little easier than this. Again, if you don't feel comfortable using pliers, if you warn students, I'm sure they'll be more than happy to wreck something for you. This has got to be the hardest 9-volt battery I've ever taken apart. There we go. That's the outside covering. How many 1.5 volt cells to make a 9-volt battery connected in series? I think you can do the simple math. There's 6 of them. You can count them and pass them around to the students. To make it last a little longer, if you just roll it in clear packing tape, the cells will last for a very long time. The demonstration. A battery of 6 cells connected in series to make a 9-volt transistor battery. What about the standard lantern battery? How many cells are needed to make 1.5 volt cells are needed connected in series to make 6 volts? Again, shouldn't be too difficult. These ones are plastic. You have to get a sharp knife or something and pop the top off. I think you can see the 4 cells that are required to make a 6-volt lantern battery. These ones are connected like this. You can see, in fact, that when you buy a Duracell 6-volt battery, it's really just 4 D-side cells, or is that C, connected in series. Notice that they're inverted here. Again, wrapped in packing tape, you have a demonstration that will essentially last forever.